to be gay to want to go to the moon, okay? So if somebody can tell you your options for getting to the moon are either A, become an astronaut, probably not happening for you, B, suck a dick. There's going to be some people who are sucking dick, not for fun. It's because they want to get to the moon. Okay? Like, you have two ways of getting there. It's either join NASA or suck a dick. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people on the moon, and like less than 1% will be astronauts.
Grown-up, human, comic, people! Grown-up, human, comic, people!
Let's
do this.
Hey.
Cheers. I got a cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, just
Throw them up. Throw them up. Where's your glass, Tony?
I know.
You fucked up.
I had a special drink in there, and I don't have.
To spider eggs. May all your daughters be born sons, and may your wives never look like spider eggs. I think that's an old Irish, an old Gaelic cheers.
I mean, if you described to anybody, what is that person like? Spider eggs? Like that's
The subtitle of this episode is "Maya looks like spider egg."
No, she's probably smoking, man.
she probably is blacked out crack.
The accuracy of the statement is not what we're questioning. I'm just going to put that down.
I didn't know she was black. I never saw her.
Maybe she's not. I don't know.
No, okay.
She's a tan skinned person.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyway, welcome to the show. This is Grownup Human Comic People. This is episode 35 of the old podcast. So I'm going to go around the room, and everyone can say hello. Chris. Jake.
Hey.
Craig.
Hello.
Dan.
Good to be back.
I'm Jared. We also have Alexa next to me. I'm not sure if she's going to actually say anything, but the microphone's right here. She decides to.
Hey.
Yeah, it's just right there.
She's a seasoned podcaster.
Yes. You can find us at grownuphumans.com, epicastnetwork.com/grownuphumans, iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, Libsyn, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Grownup Human Comic People, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram at grownuphumans. And give us a rate and review on any of those things. If you rate and review us, we'll read your shit on the show, like I'm going to do right now because we got one.
Go ninja, go ninja, go!
Jared, I don't know if you can do this, but can you put in whenever Janine in Ghostbusters, the first one, she's like, "We got one!" And she hits the alarm bell. Yeah.
You're asking a lot, but I'll give it a shot.
See if you can find it. Anyway, so this is from Bill. Shout out to Bill. He's a regular listener. He also goes to one of my trivia shows. And so he says, "Hi, humans. First of all, I really enjoy the show and the various random topics you end up discussing, along with the comic books. Have discovered some fun reads through the podcast, including The Forever War and Royal City. I usually listen at lunchtime, so it's a great midday break." And he and I had talked about some other stuff, and there's like a kind of a lengthy email, and I read it to everybody here. I won't read it right now because it's like kind of long, but yeah, thanks for shouting us out, Bill. Keep listening, and I'll see you at OTB.
Was that review on iTunes?
No, it was actually just an email that he sent to us.
Oh, Bill, hit us up on iTunes.
Sure, yeah, do
Somewhere
that too.
public.
Yeah.
We'll read that too.
Yeah, I'll read the shit out of it.
Yeah, make
You tell me.
Dan say some stupid shit.
Go ahead, try to make me say I suck my own dick. I already did last episode, or I would anyway.
He's working on it.
Oh, we know that you would.
Yeah,
we don't. I mean,
whether or not I've done it, I got to leave something up to the imagination.
I mean, Bill can make you say it though. I mean, just by writing whatever he wants. It's kind of like Anchorman.
Yeah.
Whatever's on the card, we have to read. So,
yep.
Yeah.
It's
Bill, one message. I'm Chad. I don't care how small that audience was.
Yeah, wow. Nobody understood that at all.
The audience is two, and it's me and Jared.
Yeah.
All right, my phone's going in the box now. So yeah, let's get to it. The plugs. I almost forgot.
That's a good segue into the plugs, actually.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, exactly. So, check out Southside Comics at 1931 East Carson Street in Pittsburgh.
Dan may
Southside.
eventually be on the show again.
Yeah,
I assume.
he might.
He's
yeah,
not
he might
dead.
See him sometime. Yeah, he's not dead. If you're wondering.
Though he did have kids.
Yeah, that's
Oh shit!
Oh, that was sweet.
nice. Good job.
Oh,
Good job.
shots fired.
He has a pretty recent one, so your son's beautiful.
Don't
Dan.
fucking backpedal. No, you stand behind that shit. You say fuck kids. When you have kids, you're dead to me. You're dead to the world.
We've already talked about the schmegma on his son's penis on the show, so it's
Yeah, that's
we're-
true.
Yeah.
His son has fans now.
Yeah, his son has fans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make sure to hashtag hashtag Tommy's penis is healthy. All your social media.
Tommy's penis is healthy.
I'm sure that Dan's listening at the shop right now. Like whenever this comes out, he'll be listening to the shop, so he'll just be shaking his head.
That should be a tramp stamp quote. Tommy's penis is healthy.
Well, wow, glad to hear that.
I would think not a tramp stamp, but a tattoo like above Tommy's pelvis. You know what I mean? Like, right above his pubes. Just, so they're like, oh, okay, I feel all right now. We can proceed.
I have a work story.
Okay, let's.
It's a short one.
Let's get right to it.
Where I was a barista. I was a barista for many years.
Yeah, you were.
And this very, very nice gentleman who is up there for one of the gayest people I've ever met in my entire life. Like, you know when somebody walks in the room and you're like, I know your sexuality before I know your eye color? That's what this guy was.
Yeah.
And he pranced in. Pranced.
Gotcha.
I'm not going to, every time I tell the story, I'm going to use the phrase,
Got
not
it.
a phrase.
Yeah.
He's in there.
So he's from that distance, you knew.
Oh, yeah.
I already like this person a lot.
Oh, he's great. Just absolutely a stellar human being.
Yeah.
Comes in a crop top and jorts. He had an
Yes.
office job.
Yes.
Whoa.
Wait, he
amazing.
came out of an office like that?
Oh, yeah.
Was he working in like a call center? Like he was like
No, actually,
unsolicited?
I'm going to fuck up what agency it is, but this was I was working at Caribou Coffee in the South Side when we lived together, and it was either the FBI or the CIA office.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't hunting Hannibal or anything. Like the guy, he was like a receptionist or something. But those guys, they dressed pretty loose there. Like they pretty much wore whatever they wanted.
Yeah, dude.
It's a government job, you know. It's pretty lax. This guy comes in and he's like, I just loved him so much. He would come in, he would talk to me, and he would like ask me to make a very specific drink, and it was just like caramel tar at the bottom of a latte because it was just so much caramel sauce, and then marshmallows and Snickers on top.
What the fuck?
That was a real thing.
Was he morbidly obese?
No, like super fit. Like,
Nobody who drinks that's super fit.
No,
You might
dude.
be skinny, but you're not fit.
no, guy was fit.
That was all he had all day, I guess.
Yeah, that was his,
That
was
could
his
be it.
meal.
I'm imagining.
But he
That's why
comes,
he was prancing in. He was.
he comes in this one day, and he's like, I just got a new tattoo, and I have to show everybody. So it wasn't like directed towards me. It was just like he was just so happy to get it. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, let me see it. Like, who's your artist? And he said, and I had no idea who it was. And he turns around and he pulls down like his pants almost entirely. So like I see the entire top of his ass crack, and he's wearing a thong. And just like
Fuck yeah.
right above there is a 4-leaf clover that says "Lucky You."
Damn.
Wow.
And it's rare when I am speechless, and I just went, what? You know that noise when you're not expecting to hit into somebody, but you do, and you go like, whoop, like that noise that everybody does, and you don't think about it, but you do that noise, like whoop. I didn't mean to hit you on my way out of the elevator. I apologize. Yeah. That was my lucky you noise. I went, whoop. I got to ring somebody up on this register over here and ignore that because I don't know how to deal with that right now. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, man. Anytime somebody pulls down their pants to show me a tattoo, there's a greater than 90% chance that's just an indication like, hey, you want to do this? You trying to do this right now? And I know that I am one missed,
Lamp rubbing.
one missed rubbing of the
Oh,
lamp, or one word away from being like, hey, I have a joint in my car. You want to go sit there and smoke it? Like, that's where you are at that point. All you need to do is like, let's just walk several feet from here. We're gonna fuck. Like, you're letting me know this is happening right
So what
now.
you're saying is that you would have fucked this guy?
No, what I'm saying is he was trying to fuck Chris.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm not having sex with a man. We covered this.
That's a complete possibility. I've been gay bait my entire life. I know that. So that's a complete possibility.
Not a possibility. That is. When's the last time you pulled your pants down to show somebody something that you weren't intending to, or at least open to having sex with them?
Are we including my doctor?
Yes.
Yes, we have to.
It's never happened.
Right, exactly.
The doctor's like, "Can you? Okay, if you just drop your pants, like, no."
I know where this is going.
It's gross. I don't want to share that to anybody. I've lucked into it.
Or your butthole.
Oh, don't get me started.
No, nobody's seen my butthole. I don't even know what it looks like.
Nobody's seen your butthole?
Do you know what your butthole looks like?
I mean, I have a vague idea.
No. Yeah, it looks like an asterisk. That's it. That's all. I know. You know, if there was an artist rendering of my butthole and you put 4 of them up there and you said, pick out your butthole, I'm not going to fucking pick out my butthole. It's not the usual suspects, okay? They all look the same.
No, that's not true.
Are you talking about like your like a spread butt with like it's like the whole butt and you're spreading it open, or are you talking about like a close up of just the butthole?
I pick. It doesn't matter.
Well, I feel like you could tell which whose butt it was if it was just like the whole butt.
I mean, maybe between me and you because of the cheek skin color. That's about it.
Let's not pretend that your butt looks anything like my butt.
Oh, shit!
No.
Come on.
Okay, fine. You're right.
My butt now.
I rock butts, dude!
No, like when you we're not talking like medium rare. We're talking rare, the whole.
Just look where the rubber band used to be.
I can definitely tell what my butt, but which one was mine.
Yeah.
Also, I got a bidet because of you. My girlfriend bought one.
You're welcome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no. You know what I realized about myself?
You've been walking around with a dirty ass for 32 fucking years?
No. Jesus. How harsh was that?
That's true. Whatever day you get a bidet on is the last day you have to walk around with a dirty ass. Out of your own house, anyway.
Oh man. I it's weird. You are right though. Like that was harsh, but you don't realize how dirty you are till you get one.
Yeah.
And I mean, no matter how much you wipe, I don't care. Like, it's not as good as having a bidet. But I realized, like, now that I have one, the first time I hit it, I like pulled the switch to the side. For those that don't have a bidet, there's like a little switch on the side. It's like, turning up a dial.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And at first, you go to like from 0 to like half a 1, and you get some cold water in your butthole, and you're like, and then like you hit your stride. But now I'm like kind of
Pushing the
sadistic
limits?
with it. Yeah, yeah, like
Push it to the limit.
now I'm sitting there and my brow is furrowed, and I'm like, let's do this.
Wait a minute. So the same guy who's fucking himself with the bidet won't suck his own dick.
No, that's disgusting.
This is bullshit.
All right.
This is
First
bullshit.
of all, he's absolutely right. Once you get the because you're the one in your house, Daniel. The pressure is not like super hard. Like I could turn yours up pretty much the whole way and it's fine.
I can't.
But like the one in here, I'm not sure what I haven't used yours, but like the one in here, if you turn one of these up the whole way, you can't. You just can't. Like you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
You're gonna
Get pressure up the
Yeah.
whole way.
When he got it, we turned it on to see what it was like, and it hit the fucking wall. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like in the shower.
In the shower, yeah, which is like 10 feet. Good 10 feet.
yeah.
Hard. It hit hard. It would have. If it was in this room we're in right now, which is like pretty big, it could definitely go across this whole room.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was a water gun and it hit you in the face, you would be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
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 That's what mine's like, and I keep going. I'm gonna get to 10 too. I know it. I'm gonna bite down on a wooden spoon and just.
Let me give you some advice. Clench your butthole when you start turning it up.
No, don't clench it because then it's not getting all the shit out.
You act like I haven't had one of these for a month. Okay, I'm beyond that advice at this point.
I'm going to put on hashtag bidet life.
Like, I'm looking into getting a ball gag at this point.
Should bidet life be it should be LIFE or LYFE?
LYFE.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh my! What were we talking about? I don't remember at all.
Buttholes.
Well, yeah, those buttholes.
I brought something up.
We're doing reviews. So, Bill, thanks for that review.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah.
spawning this conversation. We'd appreciate it if you'd hop on to iTunes or
Google Music.
Google Play.
Yes,
Store.
It's Google Music because like the Google Play Store is all like apps and shit.
Oh, okay.
So I think Google Music is part of Google Play, but you have to, if you want to listen to the podcast, you have to go in Google Music specifically.
Also, I'm going to bring this up real fast. Google Music, if you don't have it, is free now through August.
It's always free.
For the paid portion of it. And you also get YouTube Red with that.
Oh, fuck! I almost on principle I refuse to get that because it's just such a cheap fucking you can't listen to music if the app isn't open on in your phone is like not even on sleep. Like fuck you YouTube.
You're right, and that's fine. I'm just saying it's free for the summer.
Yeah.
They're doing that. So
No, on principle.
And then how much is it after that?
$10 a month.
Yeah, they can.
Netflix is $10 a month. YouTube can fuck off with
Yeah.
$10 a month on my phone. You suck my dick.
Greg, did you want to say something?
I'm not sure that we made it through the plugs, but
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. That's where we were.
Yeah.
I knew we were doing something.
That gay gentleman was lovely.
Yeah,
His
that was
tramp
the
stamp.
first.
yes,
great.
yes.
So check out the comic book shop, 1931 East Carson Street.
See what you did, Dan. Degnan.
Go to radicaltrivia.com. Check out some sweet trivia shows around the city. All the schedules there. Check out Midnight Rose on.
when's our show?
July 14th, Friday, Mr. Small's Funhouse. Come on by. Here's some tunes. It'll be great. Go
Yeah.
back bedazzled. I don't know.
People are going to come back. It's like they're going to come out of there. There'll be like fucking hot glue jewels all over them.
Maybe bedazzled wasn't the right word.
I was imagining people getting riveted, like with the,
We will crucify you if you come to our show.
You know how that guy from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones has the dancer who just
he
dances
died,
on
man.
stage?
He died.
What?
Oh, that
He's
sucks.
dead.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can I be Midnight Rose's bedazzler on stage? Where like people just come up and I bedazzle their clothes.
You throw glitter at them.
Yeah,
Yes, you can do that.
thanks.
Okay. So also go to metamesh.org. They bring free Wi-Fi to people that need it, and it's sweet. Donate and support that. And let's go to let's go to Atlas because this book is pretty sweet. It is. Anybody want to take the reins on this one?
I can talk about the concept, and you can just kind of go into like the title and all that kind of shit.
Okay, good.
We did do a book, one of these books earlier, like a couple episodes ago.
Crime Destroyer.
Yeah. So this is like a parody of Justice League. And I don't know if they have like how they're putting out the books exactly, but this one's just like one of the characters.
Yeah.
And this one's like Superman.
Yeah.
The other one we did before was like Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell this thing's going because it's like a parody, but it's like sort of like joking at the whole idea, but at the same time it's sort of serious.
Yeah.
I'm still like kind of confused about it.
I think it's mostly a parody.
Yeah.
It's also kind of like an homage to like it's like
It is. Sometimes it gets like real dark, and then it gets real stupid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like such a weird like blend.
Yeah, you can tell that by some of the really dark moments where like something really fucked up happens. You're like, okay, this is a modern book because they never would have done this. If
Yeah.
the Comics Code Authority saw some shit in here like that, this book.
Oh, they
would
never let
have.
it play. Like in that one, there's like somebody getting like burned to death real bad.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're like, holy
It's horrific.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
I was sitting there because you are 100% correct with this. This is such a weird book, and there's parts of it that I liked. I did, and it kind of speaks to, I guess, my personal taste in things because it is real fucked up. It's really dark, and it's also like a parody of things, and it's all these things that I like. But like when that guy gets burned to death, I felt bad for him. I did. Like I wasn't laughing. I was like, oh my god. Like,
Are you talking about his like sidekick guy?
yeah.
He doesn't get burned to death.
There's two people that get burned real bad. I mean, like, his girlfriend gets burned to death,
Yeah,
and
then-
his best friend or whoever.
And I think that that's going to be like a villain.
His
now.
Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, I'm thinking like just off the top of my head, like when I was reading this, I was like, if he's not dead, like something's going to happen where he's like either another hero or he's like now a villain because he like
Two-Face?
blames. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
He's burned everything.
Yeah. So like he's maybe like the Atlas is like arch nemesis now that he's fucking
The crispy.
Krispy Kreme. Yeah. So
2012.
Also, I don't know if it's the publisher that does this or it's just this book, but they're like actual old comic books, like
Yeah.
on newspaper type paper.
it's
I don't know what
newsprint.
the fuck you call that.
I'd say newsprint, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they more people don't do it.
Yeah.
I've always liked it.
Was it this publisher, the last comic that we did, where they had that on this?
Yeah,
that
it was
same
the
publisher.
one. Yeah, because it was the other character that we did.
Yeah,
The
it was
crime
awesome.
dude.
And I love that too. Like the ads in there are just perfect 1980s. Like if you
Yeah.
send in 5 box tops, we'll give you a
Karate lesson.
I haven't gone to any of the like websites or anything on the back and in the back, but I'm not sure if these are actual places that have like made little stylized like as if there was an 80s comic book ads or if they're all fake, but like it is exactly like an old school comic book where there's like all these like really dumb like like there's a whole page full of ads that look stupid and but like in the best possible way. It's like I'm reading a like an 80s comic book, and then like the things where you like there's like little cutout things you like send away for whatever.
Yeah, there was a thing on there on there was a poster. Like instructions for getting the poster out there. Like so,
centerfold.
Centerfold. So like just grab the blunt end of a sharp object, whatever it said. Like go to the middle of the book, lift the staples out. That way you'll be able to safely pull out the poster.
It says, use the edge of a sharp object to pop out the staples to free this all-time comics poster from the spine of this comic book. Careful, champ, don't hurt yourself. Ask a neighbor or a scissors expert to help you if you feel at all queasy over accepting this responsibility. No mistakes now. Crime is getting destroyed. And then there's a little like illustration, and it says use the edge. It's fucking awesome. There was a in the middle of this little couple of pages before this. There's a really funny like fucked up little ad. It says, "Hey, ATC fan addicts, be sure to." Oh, it's actually the on the page on the other side of that poster. Be sure to ask Mom for a staple remover and carefully remove this staggeringly beautiful ATC pinup from the center spread. And then it says, pin it up in your locker or on the wall of the room your stepdad lets you sleep in as long as you keep your grades up, or on the wall in whatever makeshift shelter you manage to set up once that situation blows up in your face. No, Dad, I don't think it'll be easier on the streets, but you know what? I'd rather take my chances than stare at your stupid, jowly, pig-eyed head for another second, so have fun while you can with the life you stole from me. I'll be back someday, bigger than ever, while you grow old, soft, and weak. I'll be okay, because I'm taking Crime Destroyer with me into the killing fields where heroes are made. This fantastic all-time comics poster will stand out beautifully on the door of whichever corner of these crime-ridden, rat-infested streets you end up on. Justice lives forever.
Somebody has daddy issues.
Damn, I missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
I missed that all
Like
together.
things like that tell me that this book is almost entirely a joke, but like, also this poster's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, I do want that poster.
Yeah, it looks like the notebook of a kid who is going to be a really great artist. Like a kid. This is like their junior high notebook or something like that. There's a bunch of details, and it's really some of the things are really cool. So this book it's another throwback. To sum it up, basically, it's I never said the.
Do we know anything that they're planning with this? Is this like individual books that are all going to be like culminate in one big story? I don't understand.
I
Like,
have no idea.
how they're doing this.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I don't think any of us know. But I forgot to say who created it. So it's the Josh Bayer, co-writer, editor, Benjamin Mara, co-writer and art, Rick Parker, lettering, and Matt Rhoda, color. So this is about that character Atlas, who he is trying to take down like this corrupt politician who apparently is some kind of like secret supervillain, and he gets thrown in jail because the politician kind of manipulates events to get him thrown in jail. His little Jimmy Olsen type friend thinks that he can help him by going to jail also, which is. I think that's intentionally like a horrible, stupid plan. Like because some of the older comics would have plots like that. It's like, oh yeah, Jimmy Olsen's gonna break Superman out of jail by going to jail with him and like convincing everybody from the inside.
I like how he like commits crimes to get thrown in jail.
Yeah,
and they see him lifting up a girl's skirt.
Yeah.
And like breaking windows and shit.
Yeah, he steals an old lady's purse. But yeah, so he gets thrown in jail, and then Atlas. So Atlas's weakness is fear, apparently. So he's kind of like the Green Lantern a little bit, but being thrown in jail, Atlas's fear is like activated, and he can't use his powers. And so his buddy comes in to try and help him, and his buddy pretty much gets jumped in the jail yard and then fucking set on fire. And so that kind of inspires Atlas to like bring his powers back and like try to save him, but he's horribly burned in the process.
It also takes so long to get down to him. Also,
Yeah.
he just like oh, powers are here. I can like fly super high in the air again. It's like meanwhile, like every second is another 10 layers of skin.
Right.
I do like the Power Ranger bad guy of the like 10 million spiders that all move together to become a giant man that fights the city, but it's actually just one big spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, underneath, and those were all the baby spiders on top of it.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
Yeah.
Maya again?
It's a big spider that exactly, a big spider that's engulfed by a bunch of little spiders that turns into an anthropomorphic thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, this whole book is like real ridiculous, and if you never read old comic books, or you don't read those like in between blurbs and stuff, you might not get that this is entirely a joke, but it's a well done joke. I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, until I got to until it sunk in that it was a joke. I like the first couple of pages. I thought I was pretty. I don't know. It's going to be a waste of time. And, but those little payoffs along the way. Yeah, that was good.
I think this is also a book where it's funnier the more you like kind of discuss it with other people. Where you're like, is it just me, or is this real fucking Tom?
You're absolutely right. Last night when I was reading it, I didn't laugh once.
Right.
And now that we're discussing it, and I'm sitting here like, actually, that is really funny.
Yeah.
Like that's. I might actually read this one again.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And it requires discussion. It does.
Yeah. So yeah, we can. Anybody else like any comments? No. All right. Well, we'll go around the room and we'll say if anyone wants to read more. Chris.
Yeah, you know what? I think even if I'm not sure how I feel about this one, even after discussing it. Like I said, I think I need to read it again.
Right.
I do support this publisher, though. Yeah. I know they're new, and like we should be supporting them as much as we can. Yeah. Unless they put out some white dog turds.
No, those are the good ones. Those are the old ones.
Yep. Yeah.
Some new dog turds.
Sorry,
fresh
new
ones.
dog turds.
Yeah. Chairman.
Yeah, I like this. I like the other one, and I like this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. Greg.
Yeah, if you'd asked me last night, I think I'm with Chris on this. If you'd asked me last night, I probably would have said no. But now that, today though, it's like now that it's marinated for a little bit, it's like Andy Kaufman jokes. They're more funny in retrospect for some reason. I don't know why.
Or like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Dan?
Sure, I'll read the next one in the series. I didn't read this one because I didn't have it, but I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
I like this sort of homage / kind of like tongue-in-cheek callback to classic superheroes with a kind of fucked up weird twist.
Yeah.
So I'll read this and I'll read the next one.
Al, did you get to? Did you read it? Did you get to flip through it?
I looked through it, but I kind of like hate the art in it. But I don't know. I mean, like it's. Like,
Well, it's nice hearing from you.
I was with you on the art initially because like the guy's mouth is always showing both sets of his teeth.
Well, it's just like there's a lot of like black printed, and I mean, like you're talking about the like the paper quality, and like I think a lot of people don't do that because it kind of looks a lot shittier. Like versus the other
It
one.
can. I think it looks more real though.
That's true. I mean, it's like if you're going for, it's just like whatever kind of vibe I feel like they're trying to give off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the artwork looks a little simple, and then sometimes it looks really detailed and interesting. It's weird.
Yeah.
I think the problem with books like Pestilence, and even not so much in Regression, but definitely Pestilence, it's like hearing music that after it's been through the fucking studio 73 times. It's not. It's like this super produced for me
Like polished,
anyway.
overly
It's a
polished.
very polished look. It's something where when I'm looking at this art on here, it's like, oh, I can see the human component of it. Sometimes with Pestilence and books similar to that, the story could be really good, but the experience of the experience of feeling like there's a human being involved in the creation of that it's just not there.
like
Glossy pages,
sterile.
Yeah, it's got more of a sterile.
You can tell like maybe a lot of Photoshop was used just to touch everything up and make sure it looks
It's like
really
a CG look to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I think that's
DreamWorks.
Yeah, I think that's a big difference because like Atlas looks like it's a lot like more hand drawn than the other stuff was too.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I honestly, I think the pages. I think we talked about this last time. The pages, like for some reason, the colors like seem more vibrant coming off of a newspaper print page like this than. I mean, maybe not more, but like it just looks. It's different. Like there's a much. There's like a different flavor to this where they look really rich. Like all these, especially these reds and like these purples and stuff look like super rich to me.
That's really weird. Like I always thought that, like the purples and pinks and stuff jumped off. Those jumped off more, and like the reds. Well, not in this case. Like it's still a pretty new book though. But like I don't know if there's a thing with reds tend to like if some colors, not red specifically, tend to suffer or not hold up as much on that type of paper. I'm not sure because that always kind of. Purple, for whatever reason, always jumps out at me whenever I'm looking at those types of things. Like even right now, I'm looking across the table. That's what the color that jumps out at me first.
Right.
I don't know why.
Yeah. So, sorry. Would you read more? Would you read this or read more of it? I should say.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll say sure.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's that was Atlas from All Time Comics. It's Fantagraphics. Which is another publisher. They've done a bunch of. They're actually a pretty old publisher. I think they did. You know, I'm not going to speculate. I forget. But so for our next segment, sort of a what Chin's doing. We have a book called Soul Fist in front of us from Jason Martinko. Yeah. It is. I think he's the who wants to. Dan, you're holding it right now.
What do you want me to talk about?
Read the credits.
So, this is Soulfist, published by Soulfist. They make it reasonably difficult to find the author and the artist because it's not until
Isn't there a
several pages.
There you
There
go.
we go.
There you go.
Several pages in, written and illustrated by Jason Martinko. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, Jason, you are a better writer than an artist. No, man, I dig this, but like you and I are about equal when it comes to art.
So what you're saying is you're challenging Jason to a
I'm challenging you to an
draw
art off.
It's a draw off.
It's
It's
an
a draw off.
Art off. It's an art off.
It's an art off.
Because if he takes it as drawing guns, I'm out of practice, and he might beat me. I refuse to go down like Hamilton.
For $1
Son of a
million.
bitch.
You remember that commercial?
I
Yeah, the
don't-
milk commercial?
Yeah. The
Wait,
guy's
wait.
got milk. Yeah.
There's a
It's a dude sitting like in front of a radio, and it's like, for $1 million, who shot Alexander Hamilton? And he calls in, and they're like, okay, and he's eating a peanut butter sandwich.
oh.
That's the only reason I know Aaron Burr shot Alexander Hamilton. I'm sure I was taught it in school, but
Oh, sure,
why
yeah.
would you remember school?
Right.
No, I remember it because there was some Lonely Island song, and it's called like Donut Day, and it's like I'm dropping more Hamiltons than Aaron Burr or something like talking about like spending $10 because he's on $10 bills.
That's a good line.
Yeah. It was anyway.
So this Soul Fist.
Yeah, so Soul Fist is we've been doing, maybe because we've been doing like Atlas is I think in a similar vein to this, sort of a more simply drawn book with like a storyline that I think that the direction, the trajectory they intended to go was kind of blaxploitation meets like simple ideas. And
Well, actually, I didn't. I don't think I said this earlier. This is a local artist who, like, he sent us this book, like, specifically, so we could talk about it.
He told us this.
Yeah, did I say that?
Dan's looking around like,
I said that, right?
yeah.
I still challenge you to an art off.
Well, you might accept this.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll have it on one big piece of paper, and then we can
People will
raffle
judge
it off
it.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, don't stave away from your initial reaction.
yeah.
I'm not. In
Yeah.
fact, I'm doubling down. I mean, it's a kind of a blaxploitation, pretty straightforward idea. It's pretty graphic.
I like the amount of gratuitousness in this book, because there's
Yeah.
like a lot of just straight up. I mean, there's lots of sex, lots of boobs, lots of killing people. He doesn't shy away from just super extreme, like everything.
Yeah, violence,
Yeah.
acts of violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a story that if you dig gratuitousness, gratuitousness,
I can dig gratuitousness because gratuity is
would be
being
what you do.
being grateful,
Being great.
right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Gratuity's like giving a tip.
I'm not a math
Right,
magician here. I can't be held accountable.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if you're into excess for the sake of excess in terms of sex and violence,
Yes.
then this is right up your alley. If you're not into it for the art
Right. Right.
and you just want a fun read that's about kung fu and revenge, then this is your bag.
right.
And I respect the fact that this dude's hustling and he's doing his own thing. And it's real easy for me to sit back and reduce it down to like a handful of sentences. But there's some part of him being from Pittsburgh, him sending us this book, that it's like, way to hustle, man. Like,
Yeah.
just because it's not necessarily my bag that's like, I'm picking that book up and I'm fucking reading everything he does after this. The fact that he's hustling, doing his own thing and self-publishing, that's really fucking cool. He had an idea, and now this thing exists because he took this idea and invested time and effort into it and produced it, and now here it is. And it's a cool thing, and I know that there are people who are into it.
He's also friends with Sykes.
Is he friends with Sykes?
Yeah, because Sykes said he said, oh, my buddy Joe's comics, so he got in touch with us and sent us the book and everything. Yeah, so I thought it was like cool as fuck because he wrote us a little letter too. That came with both books. So
I'm
yeah,
gonna
Jason,
throw this
thanks
fucking glass out the window.
so thanks for sending the book, Jason. What you guys? Because you guys, Greg and Jerry both read it too. Like
Yeah.
thoughts, opinions. You're gonna take a look.
Yeah, I think it's. I hope to see a copy of this in every dentist waiting room. You know, I think it could be really cool. It's,
Can I see that one?
yeah, it's a lot of elements I think that everybody should enjoy. You know, like lots of extreme sex acts and
For me, there's one part where like I just. Because I mostly liked it, but there's one part where I had to pause for a second. Because there's a frame, I think it's in the first one.
I got it right here.
Oh, yeah. So there's a panel where it's like some guy fucking like a hooker or something, and then like another...
Over a trash can, I think?
Yeah, and that's funny. And then then there's another prostitute who's like being gone down on by another, I guess, a John. But it's a black lady, and she's like eating a watermelon. And I was like,
It's dripping all over her, too.
yeah, like it's, I get it. I don't know. It gave me a second. I was like, I don't know about that.
Meanwhile, though, in that same frame, right next to all that action is young Junior practicing the Soul Fist.
Yes.
So it's just in and amongst the elements.
Right.
He continues to grow
Right.
and harden his discipline.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. There's a picture of a black woman eating a watermelon
While being eaten out.
while being eaten out.
Yes.
Way to go, Jason, by the way.
I mean that's pretty ballsy. I have to say
It is ballsy.
It's real ballsy. I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect.
I
that.
think he should go harder.
We can go deeper.
Everything in this that like was like, this might upset somebody. Do more of that. Like take it, like crank it up as much as you can.
Yeah.
That's my advice. 'Cause if you hold back a little bit, then it's like, is he joking? Is he not? But if you go all the way, then people will be like really shocked.
That's actually a good point. Like if you turn it up to like 11, where it's
Yeah.
like like I'm not. I'm
And
not
people
saying
will
that's
know
like,
for sure that it's like you're being like explicit and
Right.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a definite parody or a
Yeah.
definite like satire.
Because otherwise it could be understood as like a slip. And
Right.
nothing's worse than being labeled as a latent the only thing worse than being labeled a racist is being like a self-righteous latent racist where like you have like these racist tendencies but you're like proclaimed as no man, like I'm all for like I mean equal right, I respect everyone, but like every once in a while you say something like but they do like watermelon, right? You're like, and everybody's like, oh, fuck, no, no, you can't say that. Everybody likes watermelon.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So I think.
They have right to education. They should even have their own schools.
But yeah, I think Jared put that's a good way to put it. It's like go like even more, like go 100%, like 120%, and just be like, well, here's all the horrible shit I can even think of, and then people be like, oh, well, okay, well, this is like this is like so over the top that it's like okay, there's all these kind of satirical moments and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
when you just have one frame in like that,
It's one small frame too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's almost like people could think he just like did it sort of accidentally. Like,
right, that's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
right, yeah,
Like, accident, like going to say like black people and letting the N-word slip out. Be like, I mean, black people when they, it's traffic.
yeah. Everyone stares at you for a minute,
Yeah, and you're like, no, I was going to say something else.
then you have to explain how you have black friends and stuff.
Right. Go through it. Maybe a relative. By marriage, not blood.
Yeah.
So wasn't it May Day? One of the ones that we read in the last couple of months where it was a splash page of some chick getting boned by two dudes. I think it was Airboy actually.
Oh yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah, because
Yeah.
it was the two dudes boning the one chick.
Yeah, and I think it occupied both pages.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that. So I guess that's not like offensive to ethnic groups in particular. So maybe that's why they were a little less inhibited by that.
But that story was so brilliant. That,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was. I don't think that we've really. I think since Airboy, I don't think we've seen anything with like that much depth and caliber.
It was like thought provoking, like
Yeah.
James Robinson. Yeah. That happened to Mayday too. Because there's that they go to the beach and they're like all on drugs and they get fucking because they just got drugged by the vodka or whatever. Or they killed that guy and they stole his vodka, but the FBI guy had drugged him.
Oh,
and so
right.
she ends up having sex with like two of those dudes, and the other guy fucks that one chick.
Yeah.
And they're all on like acid and shit.
Yeah.
So you were correct on both counts. Greg.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I had completely different opinions on this before we discussed it and after because before we discussed it, I just thought it was really shitty. I just really disliked it.
Yeah.
And once Jerry, you said that you need to go further, I realized that this is parody.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was from the get-go, but when I was looking at it, I was like, this character is a ripoff of this character. And I went through every single character he puts in here. I'm like, this is the Joker. This is,
Right.
Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, this is Kill Bill. This is whatever. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, you just didn't go far enough. Okay, that makes sense. You're trying to make a parody here, but you're not hitting home. Now that I realize that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. You just need to go farther.
It could be like Star Trek Next Generation. It's like you got to get past the first season, and then you're like, this is a great show.
Yeah.
So this comic book needs to grow the beard, as it were.
Try harder.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. No, I know.
Find your stride too. I think that's kind of it too. Like, I don't know. It's just
Be more extreme. Like get really fucking start swinging for the fences.
I wonder how I would feel in the future, like after seeing a couple of issues, if the shitty artwork would grow on me. Like if I shouldn't say shitty. Like if what we were. Sorry, Jason.
Fuck you, Jason.
I wonder if the specific aesthetic that the artwork conveys would grow on me, or if I would still continue to say. The way I feel right now is like, yeah, all of this is true. It was I think it's a good idea. It's an enjoyable read. But like a lot of things, I mean, it just helps to have great artwork.
See, sorry.
Yeah. So, but I wonder if that's like a layer to the charm that I haven't yet discovered on my own. Like, yeah, this is kind of perfect the way that it is.
Yeah, I liked it that way actually, because it makes it's almost like because maybe just because we were talking about Atlas a minute ago. Like, it's not in the same vein as like there's a certain flavor to like that artwork where it's like, okay, this is I liked it because it's different. Like you don't usually see like super simple artwork like that in comics, and like I liked it. I thought it brings the and in some cases it's really funny, like where. When like these people are fucking, it's just like they just look real silly. Like I like that.
Like that ninja that's crouched between her legs.
Yeah,
At that one
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
When that happened, I think it was in like the first couple of pages because that was his mother, I guess.
Yeah.
But when that happened, I was looking at him like, where does one arm end and the other begin? I can't quite tell.
Yeah, and like it's funny. It's like I find that amusing too. Like
Yeah.
there's just like a bunch of, I like that. I like the kind of the simplicity of the artwork, and it's like it's not perfect. It's yeah, I liked it.
Actually, I think I'm starting to like it too because I just realized I just equated it in my mind to like bad dubbing of an Asian action movie,
Yeah.
or like bad special effects in a B horror movie.
yeah.
It's kind of like that.
It's like that's kind of what I'm signing up for. Like once I understand what this is, that's what I'm signing up for when I get like the next book. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I wonder what ridiculous, like the fight scenes and stuff. It's it's just really funny. Like sometimes it looks kind of like people don't know what to do with their hands.
That one black chick with the afro is always naked.
Yeah,
In every single scene, she's naked.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe in the very beginning, she's not. But
There's one. Yeah, I think you're right. She is naked in the whole book.
She's a prostitute, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
But even prostitutes have to wear clothes sometimes. You got to go to the grocery store.
I don't know. Pimps do that, I think.
I guess you don't have to be dressed up.
Well, I think
No.
one of the perks of being a hoe is that like
Pimps do that.
the
Like
pimps
we
do
know
all your
anything
other
about
shit.
this. Yeah, pimps definitely do that.
So
We know
don't
what
the
pimps do.
pimps go grocery shopping?
The hoes just hoe all day.
Exactly. Like their job is hoeing.
Oh, you better get to hoeing.
Bitch, what I pay you for? Yeah, like it's kind of like it's like being a contracted like a baseball player or something. It's like all you have to do is play this game. Everything else is taken care of.
Yeah, you're not. If you're dressed, you're not hoeing good.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that one down. If you're dressed, you're not hoeing good.
Oh fuck. Will you read the next one? Will we read the next one? I'll read the next one.
Yeah, we have the next one.
It's right there.
It's
Great.
two. It's
I'll
two.
read that. I'm gonna do that.
I will read the subsequent one. We'll just go around the room. Actually, I'll start. Lex.
So yeah, because you get to know who Sweet Baby Doe is, the black chick everybody keeps referring to. So she actually has a name in the second one.
Chris.
This is the second one?
Yeah, the first one's right here.
Oh, I read the second one. No wonder I was confused.
Oh shit.
will you read the first one, Chris?
I don't think so. I read the second one. Nah, I would read it. And I always support anybody that's,
Yeah.
local. But
Yeah.
but you after reading the second one, and I still agree with everybody around here, you need to go way harder.
Yeah.
Way harder.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Jer.
Yeah, dude, hit it harder.
Greg.
Sign me up. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll read it. Whatever. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll read the second and the third when it comes out because I support Pittsburgh hustle.
Yes,
If this were an Image book, I'm not reading
No.
it.
that's fair.
But like the fact that it's somebody who's connected to us, kind of, and
Yeah.
the fact that it's somebody like doing their thing out of Pittsburgh themselves, and it seems like like we said, you have some balls.
Yeah.
And if you go hard, I think it could turn into something really cool. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's like going to see a local band perform locally.
Right.
You go see them once. If it's not your cup of tea that time, well, you spend $5 and you go see them again.
Yeah. And sometimes you see something, you're like, wow, like that was like it wasn't like a traditionally like, wow, the show's fucking awesome. But you're like, you know what? I liked what they did there. That was kind of awesome in its own way, and I would see them again.
Yeah, there was some track, there was some song in that set that you were like, you know what? There's some part of that I enjoyed. I'll pay the $3 cover to, if they're at a bar again.
Or like what comes to mind for me is Rat Tits. Like
Rat Tits, yeah.
Like when you go see a Rat Tits show, it's like, shout out to Joe, by the way. It's like, you know what you're getting because it's like they're playing covers and stuff, and they're playing like they don't give a fuck at all. But it's really fun to watch because like they actually are good musicians, but they're just like they get drunk and they're just like doing all kinds of ridiculous shit. It's the atmosphere, the feeling that you get when you go,
right? Is
like the kind of the selling point. So yeah, I think that's kind of same with this. It's like local and yeah, I support that shit.
Yeah.
So could we make our own comic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
We can do anything we want to, almost literally.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna, fly to the moon by blowing each other or anything. Like, you can't. It's not unlimited.
Well,
no.
has anyone tried that?
I said almost literally. Yeah, and
I'm serious.
Has anyone tried?
Has anyone tried to fly to the moon by blowing a bunch of dudes?
You know what?
I'll tell you what. If we make our own comic, we can put an ad in the middle of it, say "Fly to the moon by blowing this bunch of dudes," and and collect 5 proof of purchases.
Nah, you know what? My roommate's gay, and I get a lot of insight into the gay community now, much more than I ever thought I was as just a very open-minded human being. I guarantee that's been tried. now that I've had, lived with...
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, they've...
Wait a minute. You mean somebody started sucking dick thinking, if I do this enough, I'm going to get to the moon?
Or at least they told somebody else that who was really stupid but had a nice dick. I guarantee it.
Oh, damn, boy, where'd you get that dick? It looks good. They were like said by no one ever.
No, somebody was like, man, what a very good looking dick. Like, there's no veins in it. The curvature is amazing. It's immaculate. Hey, if I blow you while you blow me, we can get to the moon. And this guy's like, okay, because his IQ is like 75, and he's like, okay, whatever. I love sucking dick, and they suck each other off, and neither of them obviously get to the moon. And that other guy's like, I don't think this is working. The other guy's like, I don't know, try farting. And they're farting and sucking each other's dicks, and obviously it didn't work. That's,
Well, or maybe all the times it did work, those people went to the moon, and then they had no way of getting back because there's no fucking air on the moon, and there's just a pile of dead gays on the moon.
Or non-gays. What about
or non-gays, just dudes that like sucking each other dudes off. That's all. You don't have to be gay to do that.
No, wait a minute.
Gay guys.
You don't have to.
That's the definition of gay guys. That's
you
what
don't
they
have
do.
to be gay to want to go to the moon, okay? So if somebody can tell you your options for getting to the moon are either A, become an astronaut, probably not happening for you, B, suck a dick. There's going to be some people who are sucking dick, not for fun. It's because they want to get to the moon. Okay? You have 2 ways of getting there. It's either join NASA or suck a dick. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people on the moon, and less than 1% will be astronauts.
So somewhere in America, there's a 2nd grade teacher who's saying, Jimmy, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he goes, I want to be an astronaut and go to the moon. You don't have to be an astronaut to do that.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to go to NASA's website and see at the very top of the banner. You don't have to be gay to want to go to the moon.
And also, you don't have to suck dick to go to the moon. And then underneath in small print, but it's much easier that way. To the moon.
In
To the moon, Alice.
In fairness, we don't know what it's like for the astronauts climbing through the ranks of NASA to get to each next stage closer to the Apollo missions.
Yeah, 'cause that's such a small percentage of people that like you never really talk to many astronauts. So it's like maybe it's like really there's like a really crazy shit that goes on there.
And it's really helpful
bad
if you're
hazing.
willing to
So
pucker up.
from the local artist perspective, my brother and Sykes, I was telling Dan about this earlier. Another thing, little weird coincidences. They actually knew each other very well, and they started writing comic books together when my brother was in high school. And Brian was actually an artist before he was playing music, and he abandoned art to take on music, which worked out for him, obviously. But when that was happening, that's when we lived together. And one night, we were pitching comic ideas because that's what Jonathan was obsessed with. He's like, we're going to do a comic book. So we got really drunk one night, and we started coming up with ideas for comics. And one of the ones that we came up with that I still have to this day in my head that we should just collectively fund and make is Exorcist Pimp. Which Exorcist Pimp is obviously he's a pimp, okay, and all of his hoes
Are ghosts?
he exorcised, yeah,
They're demons.
yeah, but his tagline was "Call my bitches legion, for they are many."
Wow.
That's pretty great.
Dude, that could be a character in this book
It
right
could be,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
It very well could be. Yeah, wait.
Soul Fist fights Exorcist Pimp.
Yeah, we could definitely do Exorcist Pimp.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just make.
You could make an Exorcist Pimp book and then later on tie it in with his and do
Exactly,
a
yeah.
fucking crossover.
Yeah, like Atlas and Crime Destroyer.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Hashtag Exorcist Pimp. So, Jason, if you want to come on the show and talk to,
or if you want to write
give us some
Exorcist Pimp.
I was going to say we probably get plenty of ideas for this comic book if you want to come on.
Oh, shit.
All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to Pestilence.
I knew you were going to say some wild ass shit, but I wasn't sure what it was.
By the way, I think we may have with this episode become an actual real podcast because we have not yet received any hate mail, but I feel like we might have to.
Yeah.
It's about time.
It's about time, yeah.
Why? For sucking dick to get to the moon? Fuck you.
I know it wasn't. So on Schitt's the episode of Schitt's Creek where Bob says he doesn't want to say Jew. He says, "Yeah, that's not the one you can't say." He goes, "I don't like saying it. It feels like a swear." I feel like we went there just now a little bit. Like it kind of felt like we were going to some territory, but I feel like it was all fine.
You did say a pile of dead gays on the moon.
I
I wasn't sure who all caught that.
And then drop an F-bomb. It's okay.
No, and I wrote that down.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I resent the fact that sucking dick has such a homosexual connotation on this podcast. I'm
Oh,
disappointed
man.
in all of you.
We have never
For
said
people
that.
listening, he's been on this all day.
Yeah.
From the last
Cocksucking.
episode. Yeah.
damn.
No, I never said it was. I didn't want to suck my own dick because it was a gay thing. I just said I don't want to suck my own dick because I don't
No.
want to suck my own dick.
No, it's not a gay thing.
No. In fact,
No, I just don't. I don't deodorize down there.
Yuck.
I'm not gonna.
Dude, hit it. Just do it. You've been doing it all day.
You would. You would do it all day. It could even smell like different things over the course of the day, and you're like, "No, I'm going to check this. I'm just going to
That's
keep
so
sucking it."
gross. How can you expect anybody to want to suck your dick if it smells like Arby's sauce?
I'm in a serious relationship. It's over now.
Chris isn't worried about getting a suck dick.
No. I could wear a hat while getting a blowjob, and a real weird one, like with like a sombrero.
I always wear a hat.
I like how you were like, I could wear a hat, but in the end to add a weird one. But like, what's wrong with wearing a hat?
Well, no. If I'm just wearing,
You guys take that fucking hat off.
She's like, if I'm going to suck your dick, you're going to take that fucking hat off. Show some goddamn respect to a lady.
At least
it's true. If I have to enter a government building and take my hat off, if I'm getting a beach, I'm taking my hat off. It's blatant respect.
it starts making manners play. Please remove your hat. Put your hand over your heart.
It kind of goes without saying.
no hats during BJ's. Okay, so let's move on to the next book. So we got Pestilence coming up here. Anybody want to take the reins?
Yeah, they can fuck off. Yeah.
All right.
Aftershock finally disappointed me. Really? Yeah. I don't need another zombie book. I do not need another zombie book. I don't need anything else zombie related in my entire fucking life ever.
Or another
Like,
fucking fantasy book.
Like a fantasy, fine, man. Fantasy can be done just fine. I like that. What's the green something?
Green Valley?
Green Valley. That was kind of neat.
That ended. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Also, the one. What's the one where the woman dies and
What was the Max
she
Landis
wakes
one?
up and
That
her
was
dad's
Green Valley.
alive.
Green Valley.
Yeah.
Reborn.
Reborn. That was cool. That's kind of like fantasy,
Yeah.
whatever weird shit. Come on, guys! Like, how are zombie books still getting like the green light?
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. I didn't hate this.
Should I read the?
Yeah, Chris, go ahead and
right.
tell us about it.
I gotta say, my mind was blown when you told me this is actually worth money. Because I agree with Dan. I was so bored with this when I fucking hated it.
It's so pretty.
No offense, Robert Helms, Jeffrey. Your calligraphy writing is bullshit too.
I'm offended by the font.
Jeffrey.
What? No,
Je-
those are the goddamn characters.
Frank Thierry.
There's literally an animated picture of the characters next to those names.
Share with us more, Chris, your wisdom.
I don't know what this guy's fucking secret is. He's got a secret. He's working on this project.
Like the one guy has an eye patch. Yeah. But not like it's like a piece of cloth that's an eye patch. Did you think that was a real person?
No, I just opened it up and I started reading names. I scanned for the first names I saw.
Oh, Chris, you were right. You are valuable here.
Thank you.
So
It's Frank Thierry and Oleg
Okunev. Oleg Okunev.
And then some real names.
Yeah.
Like that.
Eric Bromberg, Brandon Alman.
Yeah, enough.
Rob
All
Schneider.
those people. There are not that many people involved in this book. You can't. Those people below the first two names are chiselers.
So
They're just taking a little off the top. It's like multi-level marketing.
whenever George R.R. Martin, whenever Martin writes Game of Thrones, and he gets into like the really crass dialogue of Game of Thrones, it's really crass. And they took all that, and they made a comic book out of it, and then they added zombies at the end. And I just feel like it's Game of Thrones light, and I nothing brought me in.
So okay, this book is about the concept is that the Black Plague wasn't what we are told it was. The concept is that instead of it being the bubonic plague where it just kills people, it actually turns them into zombies. And there's this group of knights that work for the church, and their job is to kind of enforce the church's will. They're like fucking like special forces church dudes, kind of like assassins. And they find themselves in the midst of a zombie apocalypse, pretty much. I think that pretty much sums it up, right?
Yep. Well, it's like The Walking Dead. It's like, oh, hey, there's like the world is deteriorating. People are going to do shitty things. There's a dude who rapes a bunch of women and kills kids, and then they kill him, and then there's zombies.
Yeah.
Haven't seen this 1,000 fucking times in the last decade. Like, enough, guys, enough. Like, I think we could sit around and in 5 minutes come up with a more compelling alternative history for the Black Plague that doesn't involve people turning into zombies.
You know what?
They could turn into, what was it? The Black Plague was actually the rapture for the aliens that were here throughout the period of the Egyptian Empire. And when their home planet was coming down to retrieve them, they started shedding their human skin and showing their alien self. And then it was the humans trying to keep them from leaving. And so they massacred them all. That would be a more interesting storyline.
I mean,
and it resulted in whatever, how many millions of deaths.
But
I don't hate that either.
Yeah, cool idea, right? Let's do that.
we don't even need to do that, okay? Let's just keep the same idea, okay? But there's a better way of telling it that it's interesting.
Well, the problem with this is like basically it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, as soon as there's too much of this beginning part where there's like it's just like you said, George Martin kind of excess, like ridiculous. Like there's this fucking everyone's getting raped and murdered and shit.
Cunt, blood, cunt, blood.
they
They
keep
said
saying,
cunt a lot.
well, yeah, say cunt
Yeah.
a bunch of times, which is like whatever. Like, far be it for me to say I don't want to see some boobies in a comic book, but it just doesn't get anywhere. Finally, they encounter like a couple zombies towards the middle of the book, and then I don't like the fact that this is not a long book at all.
No, there's like 10 pages at the end for another comic book.
Yeah, that was kinda
Aftershock that
shitty.
does that. Their books are never long.
Yeah, I guess, but
No, they're all like that.
But they're
Every
usually
single one
good.
I've got.
Are
Yeah,
all-
they're
they're all-
good, but
yeah.
they're never. They're always shorter.
Yeah. Anyway, so like usually at the end of the first of a first issue, as we know, they kind of throw something in there to try and like bring you back. Like that's like the cliffhanger. You know, you try to or the book itself is just engulfs you and you have to keep reading. But like at the very least, they throw you something at the end where it's just like, the twist is like the whole Vatican is filled with zombies. Like, okay,
No, you know what
I
this
don't
end
care.
is? This end right here is the last page of the first volume of The Walking Dead where they find the fucking compound.
Sure.
That's this. That like almost we should pull it out and look at it right now.
That's what you
That's the that was actually pretty good. It's also what she said. That is that. Like that's this picture right here.
Yeah.
I feel like turning everybody into zombies at the end is like the whole template from like horror stories that you'd write in like elementary school, and like, and it was all a dream, and everybody woke up, and everything was fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same shit.
And then everyone was a zombie. That's the end.
Yeah,
No, you're right.
Yeah, it took a hard turn.
There's an easy way to go about this to make this interesting. You don't start off in this timeline that we're in. You start off in modern day, and you create the intrigue for it. Like, you know, somebody studying to be in the Vatican, and they stumble across
Some documents.
Yeah, some documents or something. Like, wait a minute, so this isn't the way,
Right.
And you continue a dual storyline.
So it's
modern day.
Assassin's Creed.
I mean, kind of, yeah, but yeah, no, you're, that plot concept, yes, correct. Like Assassin's Creed, that instantly intrigues me if you start with that. Like, okay, so I stumbled across this weird ancient secret, and then you see the origin of that secret. I was thinking House of Leaves.
You know, I have that, and it's on my stack of things to read. I haven't read it yet.
I mean, I've read it multiple times.
Yeah.
You have a job ahead of you.
Yeah, I know. I've
Yeah.
heard. Yeah, and I might lose my mind. So
You're not going to lose your mind.
Okay.
I've read it multiple times. I've done a lot of acid. You're okay.
okay.
But it's one note. That's what this is. It's
Yeah.
one note.
Yeah.
However, I will agree with Al here and say that it's a really pretty book. Like it's the art is cool. Like I do very much enjoy this art style. I don't know. It's like a great looking book. It's not quite like Seven to Eternity level. Like every frame is a painting, but like most of the frames are pretty cool looking. Like they're none of these frames seem like they're cheap. You know, like they're all even like something like that. Like there's a lot of detail in there.
yeah, it's something that's definitely like drawn by hand, like with
Yeah.
pen and paper, but then enhanced
With the
on the
computer.
computer.
Yeah.
They did a lot of digital effects on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, you could probably tell like all the shading, all the coloring, everything
Yeah.
like that was done on the computer.
And this like the
Yeah.
printing on like the pages, the message that they're reading. But yeah, no. Other than that, like all the stuff that's clearly hand drawn, I think is really cool. Even like this shitty twist at the end, like that's a cool. You know, this is a cool big. You know, kind of. I like that. Like it at least looks. It's visually pleasing. If nothing else, this book does look good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
The last panel on the last page makes me hate it. Well, the last couple panels on the last couple pages, but
And-
especially the last one on the last page.
Yeah, and I'm not going to pretend that I was like like this scene, where there's like these dudes are in this hall and like they're just drinking and fucking. Like there's so much stuff here, not just because it's a bunch of boobs, but like there's a bunch of stuff going on in this. It's almost like a Where's Waldo kind of. It's like there's so many things happening.
Yeah, there's definitely like Easter eggs in there.
Yeah. Like, and some of it is pretty funny. Like they're like the little visual jokes. They're like, look at this guy. There's this guy like just ramming somebody from the back, and he looks so silly. It's like, it's pretty funny. So yeah, that's little things like that are pretty cool. But yeah,
fuck off, Pestilence.
the content, the story content is not. It leaves something to be desired.
Now,
Hey, it's perfect for a movie. Can't wait for the movie.
I will
be a
say-
great movie and
hold
subsequent series.
Hold on to your copy. If this comes a movie, sell it for $100.
But I'll sell this for $10. I'll sell this for $5. Give me my money back.
but you were saying that this is actually worth money. Like this is sold out, right?
Yeah. The first print of this is like actually worth some money.
Yeah, there's this TV show. It's called Walking Dead. People love that too.
God, do I fucking hate Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I don't hate The Walking Dead.
The Walking
it.
Dead and Pretty Little Liars are shows that went on like 10 seasons too long.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're literally just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen? Everybody who likes Walking Dead, what's going to happen? What do you foresee? What's going to change? How do you see this coming to an end?
I hope everyone dies.
That's exactly what has to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I
Either
don't
that-
see what else can happen.
Or we watch the world repopulated by 6 people, which means you
Which is
end up
weird
with
and
a
gross.
bunch of like terrible, like this gene pool. Everybody looks like they're from England.
If Michelle lives, she's very dark.
Yeah. Now imagine her daughter who is making children with her half brother, who's making children then with their children. Yeah, you can't do it, man.
Sorry.
That's why Dalmatians are deaf.
Sorry, Christianity. That's gross.
You guys really want to know how Walking Dead ends? I'll tell you. Okay, I haven't seen it in a long time. All right, so this is just based off me. What the last entire season that I watched was probably 4. I don't even know what they're on, but I was probably even less than that.
But this is what Chris Hardwick told you?
He did not.
Oh, okay.
He does have his direct line to him.
That's the good
That's-
point.
Yeah.
Probably
That's
ask
fair.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in however long, but yeah. No, here's how it happens. Okay, something happens where the entire group is in jeopardy. The core group of people that still exist, they start getting either assassinated or picked off one by one. It's really dramatic. The last person to live is either Rick or Daryl. I don't know. Neither one of them are dead, right? They're both still alive, I assume, because they're the story arc. That's who they are. Fan favorite versus who was actually supposed to live the entire time. Daryl will most likely die, and everybody will rage, and they'll go, fuck you, I hate you, Walking Dead. That'll probably be either in the beginning of the last episode or the second to last episode. Rick is going to see Carl die in front of him. He is going to either do the right thing and kill himself saving somebody that they're going to bring at the very end you're supposed to care about, or he is possibly going to kill himself because he watched Carl die and he can't handle this world anymore. So in any event, those main characters will, in some bullshit story arc, end their lives, and you're just completely left just demolished and like, oh my God, what did I just watch? And in the very last, rise of the camera, you're going to see a whole new group of people carrying on the strife of living and carrying through, this group of people that will pursue the American dream and live on. And that's going to be a fade out.
I hate that so much.
Fuck you. Yeah, and it's right.
Yeah, no. What's going to happen is that Carl's going to be the last one alive, and then all the zombies will just naturally rot away and die, and then he is Denzel Washington in the Book of Eli. This is the prequel to that.
No.
You know what I hope happens? I hope that there is a very fast-moving zombie, and he bites everybody, and they all turn into zombies. And in the last episode, it is
Just one.
It's a musical Bollywood scene of all of them
All
as
zombies.
zombies dancing, and perhaps ending it with the rendition of Thriller.
I was going to say Bollywood
Yes.
thriller.
They could. That's the only way they could redeem themselves at this point. That's how I think it's going to go down. That's how it should go down.
No.
Be the biggest troll in the entire universe.
That would be fucking incredible.
Yeah.
That's like a Stephen King balls out move.
Oh yeah.
I think
You know, just
It was a giant spider, actually.
yeah. Ha ha!
You
Idiot.
dummies.
If it,
Go outside.
Side punch, idiot.
I think if it ends with anybody other than Rick as being the last man standing, yeah, it's no good. But I think what would be kind of cool in a disheartening way is if he just none of that happens, like none of the new group or whatever, everybody dies. But the last thing is like as he's leaving, he finds an old bicycle and he's like in tattered clothes, like he was in the hospital again. Just gets on the bicycle and rides. You know, just like he did back in like the first episode or something. Just like
And it just
As a zombie, you mean?
no, like as just like he's right back to where he started whenever he first woke up in the hospital. He's like, well, shit, all that didn't work.
And they close it out with he's like the sun's setting. He's riding into it. It's, here I go again on my own.
No. What I thought you were saying was that like
Fucking
he
white
ends up
snake.
he ends up back in his hometown or whatever.
Yeah.
And he gets bitten and like so he's just like standing there and like you see him like fucking die and then you see him get up and he gets on the because like some of them do the same things that they were doing.
Yeah.
It's just like him riding the bike back and forth and back and forth, and that's it.
What about if he just tipped over and just kept pedaling?
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
I'll actually give you a real artistic rendition of this. It's Carl dead and turns into a zombie, and he duct tapes him to one of those red wagons, and he puts that on his bicycle, and he's just all worn torn, and he looks around, and he's like, well, I got to find a cure for my zombie son. And he rides away, and we see Carl twitch and start turning into a zombie, and he drives down the highway, and you just hear, so happy together. And then we have that, like, fast motion, long shot view of, like, the sky going really fast over top of him driving down the highway, and then credits. Because that's something that would really happen.
It's beautiful.
Because everything's terrible.
Or if you just heard him holler out, hey, I wonder what the moon's like right now, son.
Oh. Jesus Christ. So we're like incestual zombie dick sucking? Is that where you went with that?
Yes.
That's what you're doing.
You can go. You can take that for what maybe just trying to think about, take your mind off the situation. Where do we go?
Incestual zombie dick sucking.
I guess I'll write that down too.
Yeah, that might be the first time that's ever been said. I doubt it, but possibly.
Yeah.
That's that. You could bring that. You can bring the ruckus with that, Soul Fist.
All right, so that's enough of that. How about we'll go quickly. Jerry, yeah, okay. Do you guys want to do Lilith Dark? Or do you want to?
No.
Right.
I'm done. Pestilence ruined it.
Also, Lilith Dark sucks.
I don't agree with that, but we'll talk about it later. So you can find us at grownuphumans.com, epicastnetwork.com/grownuphumans, iTunes, Stitcher, Facebook, YouTube at Grownup Human Comic People, and Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram at grownuphumans. We'll go around the room, and everybody can say goodbye. To my left, Lex,
Bye-bye.
Chris,
Yeah, that.
J-Man,
See ya.
Gray,
Until next time.
Dan.
I'll see you guys then.
I'm Jared. That's the show. Thank you, and good night, motherfuckers. Tyler did.
Human comic people.